Hello, my name is Don Strickland, and I'm doing my presentation on Gabriel Weiner's Fluent Forever system. I've recently set a goal for myself of finally learning a second language, and I found that Weiner's system works best for me. Fluent Forever's target audience is very broad, that being anybody who's tried to learn another language and suffered a frustrating and discouraging defeat. The site and its related book strive to let the defeated know that it wasn't their fault. Weiner is a professional opera singer who wanted to actually understand the lyrics he was singing, but was stymied by the rigidity and ineffectiveness of traditional language instruction, so he did some research and then created a method of his own. The site's main virtue is Weiner himself, who understands and empathizes with his audience and is passionate about helping them. The voice is encouraging and humorous, and the presentation is informal and direct. The site isn't intimidating at all. This is accomplished by a generous use of white space and simple text. Nothing is crowded, headings are large, paragraphs are concise, and often isolated from other elements on the page. The layout is simple and well done. Scanning is a breeze, making finding what you need easy. Even more, a person could ignore everything on the home page and get by quite well with just the header menu. Of course, no site is perfect, and Fluent Forever is no exception. One of the first things I noticed was Weiner is a little overly fond of pictures of himself. Even if he is a handsome fellow, a single small photo should suffice. I've already mentioned the abundance of white space. It's actually too abundant and wasteful. While it keeps the page from being too cluttered, it forces the user to do way too much scrolling. The elements can be moved closer together and should be. The header menu alone will get you where you need to go, but strangely it's in a small grayish font that makes the selections look like they're grayed out and unavailable. I would think larger and bolder is called for here. Speaking of wasted space, the homepage header is a monstrosity. In a maximized window, it takes up at least 4/5 of the window, leaving nothing visible to hook the user's interest. It needs to be scaled down by at least 75% or so. There's an over-reliance on text. The few visuals tend to be humorous or commercial rather than useful, sometimes even irrelevant, and serve no useful purpose other than breaking up the text. Visuals demonstrating actual applications would be better. Weiner does display the logos of some well-known sources that have featured and praised his work, but none are linked, forcing users to do a search if they want to confirm the favorable reviews. Linking them would be a simple task and should be done. Multimedia is woefully underutilized. The only instance I found was an embedded YouTube video that turned out to be just an annoying plea for Kickstarter money. These lapses diminish the site, and videos of the method and practice would be very beneficial. Visual elements are inconsistent. For example, the bullets in the list are all different, including some keys that look as if they should be linked to something but aren't. Weiner's site should settle on a theme and then conform to it. The social media presence is a serious lapse. Only 4 sites are listed. They're prominently displayed, but only on one page, which strangely isn't the home page. Newer social media is ignored entirely. All social media should be linked and present throughout the site. The worst self-inflicted wound is Weiner's YouTube channel. It's actually quite good and has lots of useful videos, but Weiner has inexplicably failed to link it, and it's never even mentioned on his site. It should be linked and employed extensively. Fluent Forever has any number of competitors, but since it's a free site with an emphasis on low-cost or no-cost resources for language learners, I'll confine my comparisons to 2 other free sites, Memrise and Duolingo. Fluent Forever focuses on guiding its users towards free resources and techniques for self-instruction. Memrise and Duolingo focus on online user interaction. Weiner's method is more flexible, but the competitors are simpler. The competitor site struck me as a little too simple, even a little childish, and excessively linear as well, enough so that they're too rigid and lack Weiner's human element. My experience was that they waste too much time with endless repetitions. FluentForever.com is a decent site, but needs more visuals, hypertextuality, social media presence, visual consistency, and much more effective use of its screen space. It would also help if it delivered the promised products on time. Thank you.